This is another Edgewood update. Appreciate you tuning in. I'm Commissioner Jerry Powers. I'm Commissioner District 2 in Edgewood. We get elected from each district.
And I'm Commissioner Phil Anaya, and I'm in District 4.
So this morning we're going to update you on some massive changes to our roads program. In the past, it's taken years to even do 1 mile of road, and last year we paved our first road in the second year of our administration. This year, our target is to do at least 3 miles of paving of new roads, and there's a reason for that.
I got to be involved with a little bit of Appaloosa, which was the first road that was paved, and it was pretty exciting to see that the town and its employees, how proud they were to actually working on our roads, and knowing that they're the ones that built it, and they're the ones that are going to maintain it, and they're the ones that deserve a lot of credit for what they've done. The expertise doesn't come cheap.
And it's going to save us, we can do it for roughly a third now that we have our own equipment of what it would cost to go outside to outside contractors. And when we first got in office, the first thing we did, one of the first things was to get a roads traffic study so that we could scientifically decide on which roads ought to be done, rather than it being a political thing or a squeaky wheel gets the grease kind of thing. We went to the roads department, and it turned out that their problematic roads they identified were the same ones that had the highest traffic counts, which makes sense. So that's they say they're spending up to 60% of their time chasing their tail on 3 roads in Edgewood, and you can imagine what would happen if we pave those roads and eliminate that 60% drain. That's 60% more time to do all the other roads in Edgewood, the peripheral roads. We can better serve the public on the dirt roads that are remaining.
Yeah, you're right on that, Jerry. For an example, on Horton Road, they can grade it one day, try to knock down the washboard, and then the next day it's right back. And I feel sorry for the people with false teeth, because they could lose them driving down that road.
Yeah, and so by not chasing their tail anymore, they can serve the public better on the existing dirt roads. There is a point at which you can no longer maintain a dirt road because there's so much traffic on it. We're there with 3 or 4 of these roads. So those are the ones we're going to focus on first. It'll free up the road department to do grading on the other dirt on a more regular schedule and a more frequent schedule for the rest of the roads.
Right, and that way everybody in the town will have much better service with roads and maintenance,
So which roads are we going to do? That's probably what the public would like to know. Church Street has been on the books for about 7 years. There were some really difficult problems in the engineering and drainage in that, but we're making great progress toward that. So that's one of the roads on the list. Horton Road, north of Venus, which is problematic, a lot of drainage issues there. East and West Venus. West Venus is in just around the middle school. It's a bus route, and then Steeplechase. And these, as it turns out, each one of these is in a different district.
And that's right. All five districts are going to get great service from that. And on top of that, Jerry, for an example, like Horton East, West Venus, and Steeplechase, and even Church Road, Church Street, these roads are bus routes, and they're major thoroughways for a lot of commutes back and forth.
Yeah, and we didn't plan it to do one in each district. It just worked out that way. I think it's great that it did, but these are the most problematic roads in each district, and it turns out there was at least one in each district. So Church Street is in your district, Horton is in Mayor Brennan's district, East Venus is in my district, West Venus is in Commissioner Milligan's district, and Steeplechase is in Commissioner Donner's district.
That's right, and like I mentioned earlier, we'll all get services taken care of for all our people in the town of Edgewood. This is the town of Edgewood's project, It's not a commissioner's project. We're doing this strictly for the people that live here in the town of Edgewood.
So even though we own our own equipment, we can do it now for about a third of what it would cost otherwise with our own equipment, our own staff. It still takes money for the materials. We have to purchase that at about $300,000 a mile. So it's significant we still have to go out and get grants and get money, which we have done. We got about $500,000 this year from the legislature through Senator Smeady's office, and about $800,000 through the DOT, New Mexico Department of Transportation programs.
Yeah, and that's really great. We still gonna have to do a bunch of grant writing and fund searching, I guess, for lack of a better word, throughout the USDA, Forest Services, things like that, places like that have money for this types of infrastructure.
Yes, we're always out looking for money for the town. I don't know, maybe the percentage, we get about 10 or 20% of what we apply for. So you have to really be out there working at it all the time for sources of funding. And then, I think exciting things are coming this year. I'm really excited about this program. And the beauty is that with commission manager, I think everybody is going to get better representation. We switched to this form of government. It's more consistent. There's more continuity of purpose, because you're not switching from mayor to mayor to mayor. No mayor has ever been reelected in the town of Edgewood, and everyone seemed to change direction. With commission manager, it's going to be much more continuous, and I think we'll get a lot more done.
Yeah, it's nice because during the election cycle, you vote for one term, and then you vote for 3 the next term. And so the continuity, as you mentioned, is something great for the town. That way we just know that we're going to be able to service better.
Yeah, so I appreciate you tuning in. There'll be more updates coming. Other commissioners are going to do some of these updates on projects that they're working on and focusing on. This is kind of one that we've been working on together. So appreciate you tuning in. Stay tuned to this channel. There'll be more to come.
Thank you all very much.